Welcome to this training, Losta, Penang, Ipoh, and Kota Baru branch. So today we are going to talk about selling to millennials. Since Alex has introduced myself, I shall skip the introduction. I shall now go straight to the program proper. Today our workshop consists of 7 modules. We are going to study who are these people called millennials. And also, we are going to end with the last module, which is how do we deliver delightful customer experience to these millennial customers. And what we are going to achieve in this 4-hour training is that we're going to understand the mindset of the millennials. How do these people think? How do they behave? What do they expect from us, insurance professionals? And how do we address their needs? And how do we transform or change the way we offer our services to these millennial customers? How do we attract and connect to these people? Right. So these are some of the objectives that we hope we can accomplish by today. And then later we shall have a short break, say at 11, and after which, after the short break of probably 10 to 15 minutes, hopefully everybody can come back punctually so that we can end our program as scheduled, which is at 1 p.m. Okay, so we are going to have some competition. We're going to divide all of it into 4 groups: Alostar, Penang, Ipoh, and so Kota Baru branch. 4 branches. So you're going to compete with one another to see at the end of the day who is going to get the most points. Yeah. All right, module 1, we're going to talk about who are these people known as millennials. So before I talk about millennials, let's also understand who are these people known as Gen X, Gen Y, and also Gen Z. And before Gen X, there's one more group of people known as baby boomers. Baby boomers were the ones who were born in the year of 46 to 64. So they are known as baby boomers. These baby boomers, they were born after Second World War. Yeah. So these baby boomers, by now, they should have retired. So may not be our concern anymore. So the customer we are now having nowadays, they are either Generation X or Generation Y. These are the 2 major categories of customers we are having right now as insurance professionals. Yeah. So Generation X, they are known as they are the one who were born in the year 65 to 80, and Gen Y, they are the one who were born in the year 81 to 95, and then Gen Z is the one who were born 1996 to 2012. And who are these millennials? Millennials also refer to also known as Gen Y. Gen Y and millennials, they are used interchangeably, meaning sometimes we can call them millennials, sometimes we can call them Gen Y. So we are referring to the same group. Okay, so what are some of the characteristics of Gen X? Gen X, they believe in work-life balance. They were the one who grew up in this text messaging era, whereby those days we use this mobile phone to text messages, if you can still remember. And mostly they are lawyer, and also they were accustomed to using this personal computer. Gen Y, they are different. They are very much digital, how to say that, the IT tech savvy. They are flexible. They believe in freedom. They are very much into digital entrepreneurship. And then Gen Z, they are different breed of creature altogether. Okay, Gen X. Let's talk about Gen X. Okay, Gen X, I think some of us probably here, we are Gen X. Gen X refers to people who are born in the year 1965 to 80. And then normally they are very loyal because those days job opportunities were scarce. Okay, not easy. Gen X, those days they were not easy to look for jobs. So whenever they are able to find any jobs, right, they would actually work very hard. They work very hard. They work long hours to climb up the corporate ladder, and then they are very ambitious those days. And then also they spend a lot of time working long hours to prove themselves so that they are able to climb the corporate ladder, right? So these are some of the characteristics of Gen X people. And some of them are still working nowadays. They are still in the corporate world, and they may be your customers too. And then, okay, these are some of the things that Gen X would be familiar with. So I'm not too sure if any one of you would like to introduce us some of these the icons, some people or iconic events, or that took place in the 80s or 90s. Anyone of you? Anyone from Alostar, Penang, Ipoh, or Kota Baru? So can you name me a few things that you can find in the slide over here? Anyone would like to share or enlighten us? What are things that you are able to tell us from the slide here? Do you see any cassettes? Okay, so we have Ipoh, Y.H. Chong. Thank you, Y.H. Chong. Cassette. Y.H. Chong, thank you. You have collected the first point for Ipoh branch. Thank you so much. Cassette is one of the things that Gen X, people is part and parcel of the life of Gen X those days, especially during their teenager years. Yeah, so a lot of teenagers those days, right? Gen X teenagers, they have been buying a lot of cassettes those days. Yeah, MP3. Okay, thank you, MP3. Thank you. So another things which people remember, MP3, cassettes, and probably some TV programs that you can also tell us, share us, or probably music artists, musicians, singers, actors or actresses that you can think of. Okay. Apart from MP3, cassettes, Jaws, okay, movies, okay, all right. So we have Y.H. Chong collected 3 points in a row for Ipoh branch. So Ipoh branch is leading with 3 points. So probably have seen the movie like Jaws, okay. What else? What other significant events, okay, that represent, okay, 80s or 90s? Any other events or iconic, icons that that you still remember? So do you remember the guy who is in a cowboy hat, voice recorder? Yes, voice recorder is another popular things that Gen X would like to do those days. They love to go to these what do you call that, shops, video recording shop, to record music, because buying different albums could be expensive. They compile their own albums with a collection of songs from different artists. And then Star Wars. Okay, yes. So we have Star Wars VCD Star Wars from which branch? SY Liu. SY Liu, can you tell us which branch are you from so that we can give your branch a point? Okay, thank you, SY Liu. So probably you remember this guy called Larry Hackman, the main character, or the what do you call that, the main character of Dallas. Okay, Ipoh, thank you, Ipoh. Ipoh people, okay, very good. You very much can tell us, you can have enlightened us a lot of things about what Gen X has experienced before. So okay, so we also play this thing called Magic Cube. All right, so these are some of the iconic event that Gen X people remember. Dallas, probably Jones, okay, Magic Cube, and Street Fighter game. KP Lau, KP Lau. All right, thank you, KP Lau. KP Lau, which branch are you from? Thank you. Street game, then yeah, I think disco, and then what else? Jukebox, MTV, personal computer. Oh, Ipoh again. Okay. So we have Y.H. Chong. We have BC Cool. BC Cool from Alostar. Okay. Y.H. Chong, and also SY Liu. SY Liu from Ipoh. We have KP Lau. Okay, KP Lau. Thank you. All right. So we have personal computer. What else? We have cassette. All right, like a Walkman. Okay, so these are the things that Gen X were familiar with, right? So these represent the sweet memories of a lot of Gen X people are having. All right, so and then let's talk about Gen X and Gen Z, right? So Gen X and Gen Z, okay, what separates Gen X and Gen Z is the year 1995. Okay? What is so significant about 1995? Those people who were born in the year 1995, in the by the turn of 2007, right? By the turn of 2007, those people who were born in the year 1995 would have turned 12 years old. Okay, so 12 years old, a lot of people, right? They start to enter this. They start to what do you call that? Turn into teenagers. They are turning themselves into teenagers, and then probably they start to use some of the they start to explore the world, right? And then 2007 was the year whereby Steve Jobs introduced iPhone. Okay, so Gen Y basically they were born into this iPhone era. Okay, so these are the people who are born the day one itself, right? The day one itself, they were exposed to iPhone technology, social media, all this kind of stuff, right? So their thinking, and also the behavior, their mindset is very much different from the earlier generation. That was Gen X. Gen X and Gen Y, they think differently because Gen X, right? They were not born into this iPhone era, but then Gen Y, yes, since young they were exposed to iPhone, social media. So the way they were thinking, the way they are thinking is very much different from Gen X. All right, so we have to adjust our approach when we want to offer or propose any insurance solution to them. The way we talk to them has to be a bit different. All right, so in other words, those days we attended training, right? On selling skills, those training that we attend those days may not be applicable 100% anymore. Yeah? So we may have to do some, fine tuning, some adjustment, so that we are able to attract or connect to Gen Y more easily. Right. So okay. So life before and after smartphone. We like to say smartphone has changed the way people live. Smartphone has revolutionized how people live. Okay, let's look at some cartoons that illustrate quite vividly the life, how the life has been changed ever since smartphone was introduced. Look at the cartoon here. Those days before iPhone or smartphone became popular, kids, they love to play outdoor. Okay, and then they were reluctant to go back home. Right. So a lot of parents, they need to drag their kids back home for dinner. Right, nowadays the modern kids, right, they don't prefer outdoor because they can play game using the smartphone. Okay, thank you, YH Chong. Artificial intelligence world coming soon. Yeah. So ChatGPT, all this kind of stuff are happening. Yeah. So and then nowadays the parents, they were worried their kids, right, lack of exercise, dislike outdoor activities. So they had to drag their kids to go outdoor to play something more, something more healthy. Yeah. So those kids, right, they prefer to stay home to play games, which is not good in the long run. It may not be good for them. And then okay, those days, let's say you want to listen to music, we like to watch movie, we have to buy ticket. Now we have to rent the video, or we have to buy the video cassette, or we have to buy the cassette to listen to music. Those days were gone. No longer. I don't think anyone nowadays are still buying cassettes or rent this videotape anymore. Yeah. Now online, correct. Yeah, now everything is free. You can listen to music free, you can watch movie free. You don't need to pay a single cent. So the world has changed. Those days we need to work hard for entertainment. You need to pay for entertainment those days. Nowadays, it's like, everything became free. So the thinking of people also change. So the youngsters, they may think that, things, everything can be acquired online, right? So it doesn't make sense for them to pay anything, yeah, expensive. They don't have the thinking of buying things expensive, right? They believe buying things online normally are cheaper. So this is a mindset that we need to get ready. And then those days in a family, after meals, after lunch or dinner, so the family members, they get together, chit chat, talking about what happened for the day. Nowadays, the modern families, they don't they hardly chat. Okay, most of them, they would actually spend time, in front of the smartphone, holding a smartphone, watching YouTube, or probably chatting WhatsApp, whatever, right? So lifestyle, everything is no longer the same. And also those days when we need to learn something, we need to call someone for help. Okay, but nowadays we can learn basically everything. Most of the things are online. You can learn how to cook. Yeah, you can learn how to do gardening. You can learn how to do whatever going online. Online got a lot of videos for us to learn how to do things. And then those days we had to go out to do shopping. Nowadays we can shop at home. So there's everything has changed. Huh? So those days nowadays people hardly go out, and then they believe that they can buy everything from home. So I think this can be a challenge to insurance professionals. If let's say the customer believe that they can get insurance online, so why should why should they meet up with insurance professionals? So this can be a threat, to us as insurance professionals. Right, thank you. YH Ding from Alostar. YH Ding had collected the second point for Alostar branch. Huh? Thank you, YH Ding. Okay, all right. So so we have to get ready. Yeah. So Gen Y, okay, they may have this kind of mentality. First of all, they believe everything can be acquired online, and then they believe that they don't need to see a salesperson to get the products or services they need, right? So we have to be ready, right? So we have to know how to overcome these challenges. Okay, let's go deeper a little bit on this Gen Y. Gen Y, they are tech savvy. They know a lot of things. They can learn plenty of things using the smartphone. They can learn a lot of things from internet. So meaning we have to be able to share with them something that they cannot find in the internet or smartphone. Okay, so anything let's say anything that you can tell them, they can find in a smartphone, meaning our information is of no value to them. It doesn't serve any purpose. Let's say you want to share with them the different types of insurance, how this insurance works, how that insurance works, right? This Gen Y, they can find similar information using their smartphone. So meaning we serve no purpose. Okay? Whatever information that we share with them, they can find on smartphone, or they can find online. So we have to actually look for something new that we can offer. Otherwise, our role become redundant. All this while we have been insurance educators. We educate people how insurance works, how different insurance product work. But nowadays, this kind of information, right, they can get easily. Okay, so let's try to understand the mindset of Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Gen X, they are known as this ownership mentality. Those days, you want to listen to music, you want to watch movie, you have to buy. Either you buy the cassettes or you rent the video. Those days, it's called ownership mentality, and also you need to work hard to get yourself a car or probably a house. Yeah, so that's why Gen X, they work very hard in order for them to save money, to buy things. Those Gen X was about ownership. Yeah, very hard to find. Yes, correct. And nowadays, youngsters especially, they don't even like to take our calls, right? I noticed after COVID, right? I myself, so I face the same problem. Before COVID, right, I was able to call most of my customers, right? But nowadays, right, after COVID, right, I find that a few of my customers, they did not pick up calls anymore. Right? Either they ask you to send them email, or probably they tell you that they're working from home. Everything, all correspondence has to be done online. I have to email them, right? So we know that email them or whatever normally doesn't work, right? So I give up to customers who don't pick up my call anymore, right? So I need nowadays we have to figure out, okay, what else we can do to get in contact with customers who refuse to talk to you over the phone. And then I think these kind of customers will be getting more and more, right? Because it can become a trend, just like smartphone, right? So in years to come, I think people probably would not take call anymore. Anything is just WhatsApp. So we know that WhatsApp may not be the best way for us to build trust, or probably get to know each other. And then so that's why the whatever we learned in the past, right, may not be able to, we cannot use 100% anymore. Those days we learned in the training that we need to call the customers, make appointment, and after which see the customer face to face, right? So this kind of sales process, right, may not work anymore. Yeah. And then Gen Y and Gen Z, they are no more having this ownership mentality. Yeah? So nowadays, everything, right, they don't need to own. They can still have access by paying a fee. Let's say they want to, they find that the YouTube movies are not interesting enough, they can subscribe Netflix. Netflix can show them the latest movies, right, or series. So Netflix just pay a fee. Let's say they find that YouTube musics are not interesting, they can also pay a fee to subscribe Spotify. They can pay a fee to listen to a lot more choices of music using Spotify. In fact, nowadays youngsters, if given choice, they can also forget about buying cars, because with Grab, everything becomes so affordable. And Grab, as you know, I know has basically uh, replace taxi. Taxi, we know that taxi drivers those days, the taxi fare were expensive, but now Grab has make it very affordable. Of course, during peak hours, different story lah. Right. So, all right. So things become more affordable. Okay. So that's why the mentality is different, right? So at Gen X and Gen Y and Gen Z may also believe that insurance premium should be reduced as well. They may have the same thinking. Yeah, since everything has been reduced. Okay, movies, music has become free, and then buy things online. Some of the things that you buy online can be cheaper. So they also believe that the insurance should be reduced, and the premium should be reduced, or should become cheaper as well. And this is something that we need to address. E-books as well, yeah, e-books, e-learning, yeah, all those kind of thing, yeah. So is yeah, correct. All right, thanks, YA Xiong. Thanks for having shared with us your experience, and also okay, and then probably you can discuss further on how to address all these concerns and challenges. And then Gen Z, okay, this is another breed of creatures which we are yet to encounter them, because majority of them have not entered the workforce. So this group of people, they were born in the year 1996 to 2012. Okay. Again, Gen Z, they are no longer under this ownership mentality. Yeah, everything can be on rental basis. Everything. Yeah, they have this. In fact, now it's already happening. Not only they can listen to music or watch movie free of charge, they can also hire. They don't need to hire. Let's say they want to be entrepreneurs, right? Then let's say they want to be entrepreneurs, they don't even need to hire permanent staff. They don't need to hire permanent staff. They can hire someone who work for only 1 or 2 hours to do the filing, or to prepare a report, yeah, or to send email, whatever. Yeah? So through this service called virtual Virtual service is a kind of platform for you to hire someone to work for you for 1 or 2 hours. You can use this person to do some office work, like sending emails, probably package the products or whatever. And then nowadays, even if let's say in some countries, those like let's say you want to attend some wedding, big functions, right? A big function or high fashion, gathering, high class society gathering. Probably you need to get yourself gown, right? Expensive gown to attend. But then nowadays with this rent the runway, you don't even need to buy gowns. You have to attend this wedding party or whatever. You can rent those expensive gown with a fee. After which you return to the owner without the need to own the gown. Yeah? So life has changed. I think the way we market our services also need to be adjusted accordingly. And Gen Z, they are very much into their thinking is different. They are no longer thinking about themselves. They're thinking about the world. Okay, they're thinking about purpose. Why they are thinking of living for a purpose. Okay, they got a strong purpose in life. They have got strong purpose in life. And one of the purpose that they have in life is probably to support a lot of social causes, example like green, being eco-friendly, going green, this kind of concept. Okay, so I think it's different. So we have to be able to find way how to connect with Gen X and Gen Y so that we share similar values. Gen X and Gen Y and Gen Z, their value system is very much different. Gen Z, okay, let's look at Gen Z. Gen Z, these are the technologies waiting for them. Okay, some of them already happening. Okay, and for example, Gen Z probably they don't even need to learn how to drive. Okay, so in years to come, vehicles can be autopilot, meaning without the need to have drivers. You just sit in, right, and then you can actually instruct the vehicle to send you to whatever destination you desire. You don't even need to learn how to drive. And then you can use this what do you call that virtual VR headgear, virtual reality headgear, to learn things and also to play game as well. And then 3D printers can become more popular. And then people in future also they are very much into this nanotechnology. And then in years to come, right, probably we don't need to even have to have IC or probably a credit card. Okay? You can actually inject a chip inside your body, inside your hand, So in future, when you want to do shopping, right, you don't need to take out the wallet to produce your credit card. You just wave your hand, and then that's it. You have made the payment. And then so come to this identification, and probably you just wave your hand, and then you can gain entrance into any office building. So nowadays we are still using this access card, right? So in years to come, probably we don't need to use access card anymore. We just wave our hand, then we can get entrance into the office building, or probably let's say you stay in this apartment or condominium, and then you don't need to use access card anymore. Just wave your hand and then you can get entrance. So all right, of course we are not going to focus on Gen Z today because they are not yet our target. Eyes, we can use eyes, the retina for recognitions. Okay, let's have a simple test, right? Can any one of you name those faces that you're familiar with? You may have forgotten the name, doesn't matter. You just tell us which you can tell us A B C D, and just tell us A B C D E, A up to H, right? who are these people that you are familiar with? If let's say you don't know you cannot remember their name, it's okay. So I want to know of these faces, how many of them you have seen before? Out of eight faces here, A is Reagan, Ronald Reagan. Yeah. Okay, Y.H. Chong, thank you so much. One more point for Ipoh branch. Ronald Reagan, American president. Anyone else can share with us? Oh, these are 8 photos here. How many can you remember? A to D. A and D, American president. All right. Yes. S.Y. Liu, thank you. D is Clinton, President Clinton. A is Ronald Reagan. Both are American presidents. How about the rest? Anyone else can recognize those faces? Out of 8, how many can you recognize? Boris Johnson. Okay, Penang. We have CME. CME from Penang. Okay, CME from Penang. You collected the first point for Penang branch. And also YL Low. YL Low from Penang. Okay, collected second point for Penang branch. Okay, so Tony Blair. Both Tony Blair and Boris Johnson, they were president. They were prime minister of UK. Indira Gandhi. That's right. JC Ng. JC Ng, can you tell us which branch are you from so that we can give your branch a point? LY Low McKell. Take care. All right. MY Low. Sorry. YL Low. Correct. The third point for Penang branch. So YL Low, may I know, do you know the anyone from A to D, A, B, C, D? Do you know anyone from A, B, C, D? Same goes if who is this? SY. Sorry. Yeah, YLG. G is Philippine. ROU. Yeah. Okay. So let's say those who can recognize A, B, C, D, right? Where likely you belong to Gen X, because A, B, C, D, these were the politicians. These were the leaders, politicians who were active in the 80s or 90s. Let me introduce one by one. Indira Gandhi, Corazon Aquino, Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, Angela Merkel, Gloria Arroyo, and also Boris Johnson, right? So let's say you are more familiar with A, B, C, D, then probably you could be Gen X. Yeah. So this is a simple test to tell us probably which generation you belong to, right? So okay, thank you for taking part. How about one more? How about artists? Okay, any one of you can share with us? Oh, these are 8 photos here. How many are you familiar with? Wow, Bonnie M. Okay, that was very classic, right? Okay, Bonnie M. Okay, ABBA. Okay, also very classic, right? 80s or 70s, right? 80s and 70s. Okay, ABBA. YL also can recognize. BG. All right. SY Liu. Thank you. SY Liu. SY Liu. SY Liu from Ipoh. Okay. Rod Stewart. Okay. Very. That one is 60s or 70s. Okay. A lot of a lot of veteran artists here. Artists like ABC. A is ABBA. B is Rod Stewart. Okay. And then who else? Phil Collins, if you can remember. And then D is BG. E is Cher. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we have CC Fan from Malasta. CC Fan, thank you. Okay. CC Fan. All right. And then Beyonce. Okay. Thank you. All right. So looks like we have a lot of fans here. So we have Penang, CME. Okay, CME. Beyonce. All right, and then Adele. Okay, yeah, Zifan Adele. Okay, good. So from your choice of artists that you shared, I think more or less we can tell which generation you belong to. Those who are familiar with ABCD, ABBA, Rod Stewart, Phil Collins, and Bee Gees, probably you are probably from Gen X, yeah. And then Cher, Beyonce, who else? Black Eyed Peas, Adele, probably Gen Y. Yeah? Okay. Thank you again so much for your participation. Okay, so this is also a good exercise for us to go back to the memory lane, to go back to the past for a while. And now we like to understand a little bit better. How do millennials think? What is in their mind? What is in the mind of millennials? So we know that they are different. Okay, they were born, IT tech savvy. They were born after they were familiar with this iPhone. Okay, day one, right? When they started to explore the world, they have been using the iPhone to explore the world. They are familiar with social media, and also they believe everything can be acquired online, and it can be a challenge to insurance professionals because we have been trained to offer our services in a different manner. All right, so what do millennials care about? What do they care about? They care about experience. They are not too much in ownership. To them, ownership is secondary, not important. Because nowadays everything can be accessed. They just need to pay a fee and then they can rent the services. They don't need to acquire. They don't need to own a car for them to travel from one place to another. They can use Grab. They don't need to, a lot of things that they don't need to own. But then they want to experience. So anything that can make them feel excited, feel fun, then they will appreciate more. So as insurance professionals, we must be able to share with them something wonderful to help them experience something refreshing, something that they have not come across before. So this is something they care about, experience. So you must be able to think along their mindset. Okay, how do we share favorable experience with them so that they can remember us a little bit better? Purpose. Okay, and then millennials, they are no longer they are no longer required to work hard, because probably their parents have worked very hard for them. So I think nowadays kids, right? They were quite a number of them. They were born, in the well-to-do family. Some of these millennials people. So they are more keen into concerned about the problems of the world. Okay, they're more into what happened in the surrounding. Because they are no longer required to work hard for their livelihood. So they are more concerned about the global problems like climate change, animal extinction, genetically modify products or organism, right? So this could be their concerns. And then meaning we have to also align ourselves, our mindset with theirs, so that they will look at us as part of them. We share the same thinking, we share the same mindset or value system. So we must also think like them in order for us to build trust with them. And also they also like to deal with companies who support sustainability. Nowadays we used to hear in recent years the government has been talking about sustainability, environment, right? ESG, environment, social, and governance. Okay, all right. So this is also in alignment with the thinking of millennials. They want to make sure the world is still sustainable, right? Okay, so they can still live, right, for many generations to come. They want to make sure the world, right, is safe for them to live for many years to come, right? And then, so let's say we are able to incorporate some charitable elements in our services, right? I believe for some of us, we are very much into charity activities. Yeah, maybe occasionally you take part in some charity events, like you donate to the old folks home or orphanage, centers, whatever. So you may like to also share with the millennials customers, okay, what kind of CSR, what kind of corporate social responsibility that you have displayed in order for you to connect a little better with millennials, because millennials seems to be caring about these kind of things. Yeah. So let's say you launched any no hunger campaign, quality education campaign, whatever. You can actually invite your customers to join as well. Yeah. And then keeping up with connections, right? So nowadays, a lot of millennials actually they don't pick up phone calls anymore because they believe anything can be done online. They don't need to talk to you. Yeah. Let's say you want to share with them any information, you don't need to talk to them over the phone. You can just WhatsApp them or email them. Yeah. So and then they're heavily dependent on cell phones. Even so many of them, they sleep with their cell phones beside them or smartphone beside them. I think not only millennials, many of us, right, even Gen X also, we have been used to before going to sleep, we would actually listen to music, or probably we read some emails, okay, before going to sleep. Adopted child from overseas, yeah, some even they adopt kids, from overseas, from especially poor countries, especially, yeah, like celebrities, they adopt those children from poor countries. All right, so and then they prefer to talk to friends online. Sometimes they don't even bother to see their friends face to face, because to them it's a waste of time. They need to go out, to get taxi or Grab, right, to shopping mall to meet our friends. Since they can get connected online, why take the hassle? Why is there a need to take a hassle to take a Grab, to shopping mall to order food to wait for their friends? No need. They can save all this hassle. Just chit chat over the on phone, either WhatsApp or probably online, whatever, or social media. So this can be a challenge because insurance, we know that insurance is intangible. Insurance products are without size, without colors, without shapes. So how do we explain to our millennial customers using WhatsApp? Right, very difficult. So face to face, we have been used to learn. Okay, during our training, those days when we learn how to sell, we must see the customer face to face to explain insurance concept. But nowadays, this can be a challenge. Seeing the customer face to face can be a challenge. And then, if let's say they are reluctant to see us face to face, then we have to find a way to get in contact with them. Now, what can we do to get in contact with them? So we must find where they are. So nowadays, a lot of millennials customers, they spend a lot of time online, either in social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, what else? Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. So you must be able to find ways to get in contact with them. And then having choices. And then another mindset of millennials is that they want to have choices because they've been learned, right? They've been accustomed to the practice. This is their buyer behavior. Their buyer behavior, okay, that they have been accustomed to, tell them that before they want to buy anything or before they want to engage any service, they need to actually do comparison, okay, compare, and then after which Only then they make a choice. So this is having choices has become part and parcel of the buying process, of millennials. Yeah. So when we meet up with customers, millennial customers, we must be able to give them options, choices. So we don't want to, tell them, this is the one and only plan that they should go for. We must give them probably 2 or 3 plans. And if possible, you like to have your product review or your service review online as well, so that they can have access. They can also look at how your customers rate your services online, so that they can make comparison. So I think we have a lot of things to do in order for us to capture this market. In order for us to do big in this millennial market, there are a lot of things we need to do. Eco-friendliness, right? So yeah, group chat is most simple chats. Yes, we are going to talk about WhatsApp chat, how to use the WhatsApp to actually get connected with customers, millennial customers especially, right? So eco-friendliness, animal extinction, a lot of things, right? So we can talk about. And then your agency. Okay. All right. So we build. Okay. So how do we connect with these millennial customers? Millennial customers, they got different belief system, they got different value system. So we must be able to tell the millennial customers we share the same system, we share the same value, we think like them, we are of the same mind. Then they will look at us as a part of them. So they would have a sense of belonging when they talk to us. So you have to demonstrate. You also practice what do you call that? Eco-friendly. You also practice a go green approach in managing your business. Okay, so how do we demonstrate? We are adopting this green initiative in the way we carry out day-to-day operations. So there are many things that you can share with them. Okay, so you can actually compile articles or probably in your website or in your blog, right? You can have a special post dedicated to how you apply sustainability practice in your agency business. Okay, for example, you like to promote this eliminate single use of plastic, anything made by plastic. Okay, you don't encourage the use of plastic or anything that can be used one time. Then you don't encourage the use of disposable items. Disposable items referring to JPG approach to it's already happening. This sustainability practice is already happening, right? So I think we need to demonstrate as well. We cannot just tell them that that we support, but then we have to demonstrate we actually practice this kind of practice, eco-friendly practice. And then you may like to also, when you see the customers face to face, you may like to use a paperless notebook to impress them. Hey, to support the environment, I'm using paperless notebook. Whereby this notebook actually is electronic one, right? You after you have written down the notes, right? You just press a button to save the page, and then you can move on to the new page. And after which you have this biodegradable pens. Okay, these pens can be biodegradable. It will not become a pollution to the environment. What else? You can also promote. You can share tips with all the people that let's say they don't the monitor, if the screen, okay, if they can, they may like to dim the screen a little bit to save energy. So there are a lot of tips how to save energy that you can share to demonstrate to your millennial customers how you support this environment. And also you can also share with people, okay, to go for this 100% recyclable papers. And also get people to use flask, okay, to have a flask in the office or at home, because so that you don't need to boil the water twice. Let's say you want to make coffee, right? So after you have fill up the first cup of coffee, so and then after which you can the hot water you can pour, you can keep inside the flask. So when you want to make yourself second cup of coffee, you don't need to boil. You don't need to boil water for the second round. You can use the hot water in the flask to make yourself second cup of coffee. So these are some of the little things that or tips that you can share with people on how to save energy or how to save the environment. Right. So these are some of the things that you can. But then it's good for you to compile this as an article or as a, what they call that, newsletter. Whatever you can share. So to impress people that you share the same values with them. And what else millennials care about? They care about speed and convenience. So they expect we insurance professional to do things fast. Let's say we do things slow, then probably they will not consider using our services. They expect everything to be fast because they have been used to getting things fast, right? So so we had to actually make sure we improve our processes. We have to improve our processes, make sure whatever things that our customers request, we can get it done fast. And they like convenient. They don't want to have a lot of hassle, a lot of paperwork. They don't like this kind of thing. A lot of forms to fill up. They want things to be simplified. So these are the expectation. We can say these are expectation of millennial customers. So if anything that we find that we are not up to the expectation, then we have to study our processes and see how we can improve our processes or we can improve the tools that we use. Okay, let's do some quizzes. To millennials and Gen Z, consumption is about what rather than ownership? Could it be access, ambition, loyalty, or technology? So far, Alosta has collected 4 points, Penang 4 points, Ipoh 7 points. Ipoh is leading with 7 points. So we have Y.H. Chong chose D, Alosta chose D. Okay, very close. We're looking for the best answer. Yeah? The best answer is the one which we described in the slide just now, right? A, access. Okay, thank you. Yeah, A, access is the answer. YL low. Access is the answer. Okay, perfect direction. Thank you so much. Perfect directions. Okay, and also Penang SK Tan. SK Tan. Okay, Penang. Okay, Penang SK Tan has collected 6 points for Penang branch. Access is the answer. Nowadays, they don't need own. They need to have access. That's good enough. Number 2, which generation values individualism, ambition, and workaholic? Okay, SK Tan answered B, and perfect direction answered D. Y.H. Chong answered B. Okay, Gen X are more hardworking. Yeah, millennials some of them they were born in well-to-do families, so they are not required to work very hard. Yeah, Gen X those days job opportunities were scarce, were difficult to come by. So they treasure every job opportunity and they had to work hard to prove themselves in order to climb up the corporate ladder. Which of the following is the first mobile phone used by millennials? Okay, so YH Chong answered B. YH Chong answered B. Who else? Alastar Perfect Direction answered B. Alastar 0137 answered B. Ketan also answered B. So we have Perfection Directions. And also we have 10137 answered B. Okay. BlackBerry. BlackBerry is I think BlackBerry is still over here we're talking about the very popular BlackBerry in the late 90s or early 2000. Yeah, I think that BlackBerry has already become obsolete. Yeah, so millennials, they were more familiar with iPhone because they turned 12 years old. 2007 they turned 12 years old. That's when iPhone was invented. Okay, so they were very much into iPhone or probably smartphone. Okay, so B is the answer. So their thinking is different. Millennials, their thinking is different. So let's come back to Gen X. Okay, Gen X, about how do they look at marketing. So Gen X, they are very skeptical about marketing. They believe they cannot trust the advertisement. A lot of advertisement were deceiving. Eh? So probably they have learned from lesson. Right? In the past, they have been deceived by a lot of advertisement. I think probably in the early days, in the 80s or 90s, right? Probably there were no proper guidelines on how a company can advertise their product and services, and then there were a lot of misleading advertisement. So because of that, Gen X, they were very cautious or skeptical about advertisement or marketing tactics. So they don't really trust any form of advertisement. Those days, people were trying to promote product by using pamphlet, posters, advertisement, radio announcement, and so on. But then somehow it did not impress Gen X. So Gen X, with the advancement of because Gen X, they had the opportunity to use Google or internet. Okay, so they did a lot of research. So Gen X, those days, they spent a lot of time to do research before they make any purchase decisions. By doing research, they are able to compare different types of services or products before they can come to a conclusion which product is the best that can meet their budget. So Gen X, actually, they are still very much into email, okay, because Gen X, they have been using email all this while, okay. But Gen Y, not so. Gen Y, I think Gen Y nowadays, they don't really use email. They use WhatsApp. Okay? So Gen X, they are still using email, so to check, to check information. So you can still use email to connect to Gen X. Gen X, they are still very much into email. So anything that you like to inform Gen X or like to explain to Gen X, can use still email. Okay, and then Gen X, they are very loyal customers. If let's say they are happy with your services, then they will stay long with you. Yeah, Gen X, they are very loyal to their. They can be very loyal customers. So that's why offering quality service, customer service to Gen X is very important to make sure they become repeat buyers. And millennials is different. Millennials mindset is a bit different. They are very much into social media, and even though they listen to opinions from their friends and family, they also like to study the product reviews, the social media posts, to find out how other people comment about certain products or services. Right. So millennials, they are very much into reading these product reviews and also these social media posts before they make any purchase decisions. So the challenge here is that do we have our presence in the website or social media to tell people how great is our services or how great is our product. So let's say, so you must find a way to also make sure we have presence. We must have presence in the social media as well, because millennials, they like to read the social media post or social media review. Right, millennials research product reviews online and rely on other consumers' review on over those of people they know. Okay? So they would rather, they will believe the product review than believe than to listen to us to sales professional. So given choice to listen to the salesperson or to uh, to read the product review, they believe the second one, right? So they trust the product review more than they trust the salesperson. So this is also a challenge that we need to overcome. So no longer we must be able to be good in explaining to our millennial customers. We must also have very strong and solid presence in social media in order to gain their trust. So millennials reject sellers who constantly push product through messaging and prefer authentic interaction with sales associates. So they don't like to be like follow up frequently, right? To be called frequently by salesperson, okay? Because they don't find such approach effective, right? And then they will prefer to depend on their own discretion by reading the product review in order for them to make the right choice. How millennials view traditional insurance practices? Let's say we still apply those sales techniques that we learned 10, 20 years ago. We may have challenge dealing with millennials. Right? So millennials are resistant to traditional insurance practices and are looking for a modern approach that fulfills their needs. I'm not saying that we must abandon 100% what we have learned in the past, but we have to fine-tune that to make some adjustment in order for us to remain relevant in the modern marketplace. So every time we try to sell insurance to millennials using traditional practices, they often ask themselves, right? Let's say we try to use the old approach. How do we sell? How do we recommend insurance using the old approach? We make cold call, we make appointment, after which we see the customer face to face. After which, if the customer is happy with our explanation, then we ask them to fill out the form. Let's say they want to make changes, then they have to come to insurance company to fill out the form to make changes, right? So this is what they imagine would happen. If let's say they are dealing with traditional agent, traditional insurance agent, who are actually offering insurance services in the old traditional way, right? So this is something that they are not comfortable with, right? So in the first place, millennial customers may not like to see insurance professional face to face. That's for one. That's one of the mindset they are having right now, because nowadays they prefer online chatting or WhatsApp chatting, and then they don't believe in filling out the forms using the what do you call that paper. They don't believe in paperwork anymore. They don't believe that they need to fill out the particulars on a piece of paper, and they prefer probably online transactions. Okay, and so they don't believe they need to travel to insurance company to fill out a form to make changes on their address or change sum assured or whatever, right? So they believe all these things can be done in a more convenient manner. So we must be ready to meet the expectation. They may have a different set of expectation. So to be ready, if let's say they voice out their concerns. And millennials are more likely to purchase online. They believe buying online can be more convenient and also can be cheaper. They believe everything should be done cheaper. Right? They can buy Asia ticket a lot more cheaper than the normal, airline companies. And then they also, given choice, they prefer to connect with insurance professionals online as well, either WhatsApp or social media. So we must be ready to change the way we do insurance business. However, okay, even though technology has changed, there's something never changed. That is their need for insurance. Yeah. So no matter how, millennials still require insurance. Yes, this is something they cannot change, and this is a constant that they cannot change, right? And then, of course, millennials also prefer to deal with seasoned insurance professionals. They believe that they should actually engage the service of experienced insurance professionals who have, who are very knowledgeable and very skillful and competent, because they want to become informed consumers, right? Now, probably you can remember those days, a lot of customers, 10, 20 years ago, a lot of customers, they got themselves insurance without knowing what they were getting. Yeah, they were not aware what kind of coverage they were getting. Those days are 10, 20 years ago, because those days a lot of customers, they were not really highly educated. Yeah, or probably they find insurance was too difficult for them to understand. So they listen to advice by insurance professional 100% those days, without knowing what kind of coverage they were getting. But nowadays, millennial customers, they were a little bit smarter, right? So probably, they want to make sure they know what kind of insurance they are getting. They want to be in the know. They don't want to be in the dark. They want to know what kind of coverage they're getting, what kind of things they can claim, what kind of things they cannot claim. They want to become informed consumers. So they have strong desire to be informed consumers. So what sort of information they want to have as informed consumers? Informed consumers, meaning this could be some of the information they like to have before they arrive at the buying decisions. They want to know what kind of coverage they are getting. They want to know, in the event of claim, what should they do? Okay, so you may like to furnish them with this kind of information. If they need to claim, what should they do? Who should they inform? What are the unique features of the policies? Anything this policy has and other companies don't have? How do they manage their policy online? They don't want to go to insurance companies to do changes. Can they make changes online? And how do they reduce losses, etc. Etc. So these are a few examples of information they may like to have from insurance professionals in order for them to become informed customers. So we may like to get ready this kind of information to help them to become informed customers. And if they were to choose an agent, what kind of criteria they would have in mind? What kind of criteria they would have in mind in choosing the insurance professional? All right. So they would like to see whether you have positive online reviews. Okay. They prefer to have insurance professionals to have online presence, whereby they like to see how other customers comment about your services. And then they want to make sure you are from a reputable insurance company. And then in this context, Great Eastern agents need not worry, because Great Eastern is a household brand. It's a reputable, it's a financial giant, right? So in this, for this criteria, so I think Great Eastern General insurance professional, no need to worry. Convenient location, of course, even though they want things to be done online, they still, sometimes they also want to, they need to probably visit the office. Yeah. So they want to make sure the office location is somewhere convenient for them to visit if they need to. And then if the insurance professional has got is able to be connected through social media, and if the insurance professional has got modern website, and if the insurance professionals are always available, online chat, yeah. So I think nowadays we cannot afford to practice 9 to 5 working hours anymore, right? In fact, nowadays, right, a lot of customers, they may send us WhatsApp us or probably send us email, late night or early in the morning, and then they may expect instant or immediate reply. Okay, so nowadays I think we have to be online 24 hours. Okay, so anytime the customer may WhatsApp us or or probably send us a post or email us. Okay, and then it'll be good for, let's say we are able to reply them as soon as possible, because remember, speed is important. Millennial customers value speed. Let's say we are able to get back to them as soon as possible, then we are seen differently in the eyes of millennial customers. Ideal agent characteristics. What kind of behaviors, what kind of qualities they expect us to have, or insurance professionals to have? Ideal one. So they expect us to be trustworthy. Okay, the way we talk, the way we behave, okay, should be trustworthy, right? Should be professional enough to gain their trust. We must be able to display our expertise, tell them how knowledgeable we are. We must be IT savvy, tech savvy too. We have to be a go-getter. Whatever things that the customer want, we must be able to help them to get it done as soon as possible. We must have social purpose. Okay, if let's say the customer is someone who is eco-friendly, so the customer also expect us to be similar. Of course, we have to be people person, easily approachable, down to earth. So these are some of the characteristics that millennial customer will expect us to have. First of all, we must be trustworthy, seasoned or experienced insurance professionals, people persons, go-getter. We must be able to tell our customers, so we actively involved in community services. And last but not least, IT or tech savvy. Okay, and then now millennials, we talk about their insurance needs is still the same, no change. Okay, no, either you are Gen X, you are millennials, you require insurance. Yeah, so their needs for insurance is the same, but then different jobs may require different insurance coverage, right? So maybe we can tailor make insurance coverage to millennial customers according to their professions. And then this is some of the popular jobs, the dream jobs of millennials. Rank number one is business owner or entrepreneur. Nowadays, millennial customers, they want to do business very easy. Just need to make sure they have a laptop plus a smartphone. They can start a business already. They don't need to have huge capital to start any form of business. They can actually have a laptop or smartphone to become a YouTuber. They become influential. They can become fitness instructor. They can do online e-commerce, whatever. Very easy to do business nowadays without the need to have a huge capital outlay. And then secondly, they can become artists. Okay, they also love to show their talents. Okay, nowadays you want to become artist, very easy. Okay, like Justin Bieber, he upload YouTube one of the songs, and then he became overnight sensations. Okay, so a lot of YouTubers, right? They don't need to look for album companies to become artists. They can they can actually use YouTube to get themselves known, to get their talents known by the people out there. Yeah. Of course, nurses, teachers, and doctors. This one we can't replace by technology. This one, all this healthcare industry are probably people-centered industry. We still need to have human to take care, right? So nurses, teachers, and doctors, they are still relevant. And okay, some millennials, they are not required to work. They can become full-time sons or full-time daughters to take care of their parents. Okay, because their parents are so rich, filthy rich, they don't need their children to support them financially. Okay, so in return, their children, they can become full-time professional sons or professional daughters. All right, and then okay, other profession could be chef, what else? Psychologists, authors, lawyers. Those are traditional one. Authors nowadays also can very easy to become authors. You don't need to look for publishers to to print books to become authors. You can become what? Bloggers, by writing articles. So in a way, bloggers are also authors as well, because you contribute articles. And influential content creator or YouTuber, this is a very popular professions among millennials, because they can use they can make money from YouTube's by becoming content creators or influencer. Okay, so let's look at let's look at one of the very popular jobs by millennials, content creators or YouTubers. And what sort of insurance they require from us, insurance professionals? What kind of insurance policies that content creators or YouTubers need from us? So actually, what you can do is that you can create a video for different types of jobs or occupation. This video, I got it from internet. This internet, they show us a video clip, okay, to tell content creators what kind of insurance required by YouTubers. So you can do the same, for different profession. You can create a video to tell lawyers, or to tell what else? To tell architects, to tell engineers what kind of insurance they need to protect themselves. Okay, let's look at some of the insurance coverage that content creators or YouTubers may require. Okay, here's a look at the types of insurance that content creators or YouTubers may need. General liability insurance. They need liability insurance to protect themselves from any lawsuits or litigations, because content creators, you may publish, or you may actually create videos that's controversial in nature, and then this could lead to litigation. Professional indemnity, something similar, whereby in the event, if let's say you create a video whereby the video is how to say that has tarnished, okay, the reputation of certain people, right, or certain politician, for that matter. So you can be sued, or you can get yourself into trouble, right? So then the content creators can have this professional indemnity insurance or professional liability insurance to cover themselves from any lawsuits, defamation, or plagiarism. And also YouTubers, okay, especially those YouTubers who do a lot of these travelers for travelers, okay, and then they can get themselves workman compensation. A lot of YouTubers actually, they hire assistant, only one or two hire assistant, and then they may consider getting this workers' compensation to cover their assistant. And of course, YouTubers, they have a house, yeah, they have properties, they have cars. They also need to have motor insurance, or they also need to have house owner or householder insurance to protect their valuables or belongings. And healthcare also, enough YouTubers also may fall sick. They may also need to get treatment in the hospital. So it'll be good for them to have medical insurance or critical illness insurance to take care of all these crisis events. And some YouTubers that travel to different countries to do this vlog, video vlog, and then they travel a lot, and then they may require travel insurance to protect themselves when they travel to different countries to make videos. So with that, let's do some quizzes. Of course, let's say you have any questions pertaining to the previous modules, you are welcome to ask. Otherwise, let's look at question number 1. Millennials want to know the following aspect. Which are the following things that in order for millennials customers to become informed consumers, they want to know a lot of information. Which are the following piece of information they are not required to know? A, B, C, D. Yeah, so YL Low has answered A, and then YH Strong answered A as well. Okay, so the answer is A, managing policy offline. They want to manage the policy changes online, not offline. Okay, thank you, 0213 Alostar. Thank you for your answer. All right, now it's quite neck to neck. Alostar has collected 8 points, Penang 8 points, Penang 9 points, Ipoh 9 points. Number 2, millennials may choose an agent based on the following aspect. Okay, when choosing servicing agent, millennials may consider the following criteria aspect. Which criteria is not required for millennials to choose their agent? Modern website is one of the criteria. Yeah, average online reviews. Yeah, okay, or average online review. The review has to be good or positive, not average. Okay, so B is answer. So Alastar, perfect direction. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Y. Chong, for sharing. Thank you, S.Y. Lee, for sharing. So the answer is B, average online reviews. So they want to have they want to see positive or good online reviews. Number 3, the following are the ideal agents by millennials. They expect the agents or insurance professionals to display or to have the following qualities, except which one is not? Okay, so SK Tan has chosen A. All right, and also Alastar 0213 has chosen A. Okay, so A is answer. Yeah, agents who are of their age, not necessarily. Yeah, so they prefer to deal with seasoned insurance professionals or experienced or competent insurance professionals. Right, so with that, let's move on to module 3. Module 3, we're going to talk about what it takes for us to develop millennials market. What it takes for insurance professionals to develop, to make it big in this market. Okay, what is the potential of millennial market? Millennial market is the potential because the millennial group, millennial people, they occupy more than 50% of the workforce. More than 50% of workforce consists of millennials. So we are depending on millennials to bring in insurance business, to bring in insurance premium. Okay, so a lot of premium actually is contributed by millennial customers because they constitute more than 50% of the workforce. And then just like the rest, okay, they need insurance, especially when they are making major life decision. Example of major life decision is when they need to get themselves a car, a house. That's where they need to get insurance. Okay, of course they also may look for other kind of insurance protection like medical expenses, medical insurance, travel insurance, and also what else? Healthcare insurance as well. Okay, the one things to be fast and easy, convenient. All right, so this is something that we have mentioned just now. Always remember, millennial customers, this is their expectation. Let's say we are not able to get them to them fast enough, then probably we may not be their preferred servicing agent. Okay, and then we need to get things fast in order to gain their trust. So they don't have patience with slow speed. Let's say we are still operating our business like 10 or 20 years ago, then we will we become obsolete or become irrelevant. Yeah, P also important for millennials. Okay, so millennials customers, they are aware. Insurance is a very important component in financial planning. Okay? But then they still need to have the right motivation. They still need to be inspired by insurance professionals for them to take actions, for them to get insurance protections. And because let's say we insurance professionals don't tell them or don't encourage them, maybe they will not take actions. Because to them, insurance, they would only be aware. Millennial customers, they are aware insurance is important, but then they still need insurance professionals to motivate them to take up insurance coverage. And how can we help them? We must help them to become informed customers. So when it comes to insurance, millennials are looking for more than just low-cost policy. They want to know they're getting value for their money. Okay, so over here we have to be careful, right? Because millennials, they are used to getting things cheap online, right? So they may think that insurance premium also has to be cheaper than last time. This is a very dangerous concept, right? Insurance should not be cheap. In fact, the cheaper is the insurance, the more expensive it becomes. Why I said cheap insurance is most expensive? Because let's say the million customers get themselves the cheapest insurance, meaning they are getting the most limited coverage insurance, right? So what can limited coverage insurance what can limited coverage insurance policy do? Because many things the policy doesn't cover. So no point for a person to get himself or herself the cheapest insurance, because even a claim, maybe the customer cannot claim at all. So let's say the customer has paid the money to buy himself or herself the cheapest insurance, and at the end of the day, the customer cannot claim. So the cheapest insurance become what? Become the most expensive one. Not only he cannot claim, no, okay, not only not even he cannot claim from insurance company, and then he need to bear the losses. Imagine he like to get basic motor insurance. Let's say he want to go for basic motor insurance, the cheapest, right? Cheapest motor insurance is the basic one. So without being aware that to get comprehensive coverage, he need to get what do you call that? Flood extension, those kind of additional extension. Just because just because he want to get the cheapest motor insurance, he do away this flood insurance. In the event of flood, he cannot claim from insurance company because the vehicle did not have flood insurance, right? Flood coverage, right? So then the insurance that he had purchased for himself become the most expensive ones because he wasted the money. The money that he paid it goes to drain and he cannot claim. So over here is our job or duty to as insurance professional to educate the millennial customers. Insurance is not something that they can afford to buy cheap. Insurance is not something that they can afford to buy cheap because the cheaper is the insurance, the more expensive it becomes. Yeah, coverage. We must make sure we must educate. We must help the customers to become informed customers because they expect everything to be cheap. That's their mindset. Before we talk about insurance, they expect things to be cheap already because they are used to getting cheap online. And how can we use WhatsApp to develop market, right? So we can actually use WhatsApp online community. There's a feature on WhatsApp, right? You can actually form different groups, WhatsApp groups, using your smartphone. So let's say you are a parent, and then you have kids, right? Studying in certain schools. So you can actually connect with the other parents, okay, who have got kids in the same school. So you can call this city school parents group, right? So because you have common interests, you are concerned about the well-being of the kids in the school. So you share common interests, then you can form a group. Or you are very much into this humanitarian work, then you can form a group with people of the like mind, similar mindset. You can form a group, like-minded people, and then you can actually slowly, talk about how insurance is important. Yeah, of course, that one later part. But now you need to develop the market, right? So when you want to develop the market, first of all, you need to get people of similar interest together first. Same goes with the school parents, right? So you can get them to be together first, get to know each other a little bit better. Only then you venture into insurance. And then let's say you are a food lover, and then you like to share, okay, different dishes that you have tried in different restaurants. Then you can actually form a group called local restaurants, or food lovers group. Okay, so you can form a group and then exchange, experiences. Okay, different dishes you have tried in different places or different restaurants or cafe. So this is how you form this online community. This is how you develop your market. So millennials expect connectivity and instantaneous in where they live, work, and play.
Hello.
So yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So millennials, everywhere they go, either they are working or they are playing, they have fun, right? Or maybe they are at home. They always stay connected. So it's important for us to also be the same. And then they want things to be convenient for them. So they must be able to share information with them easily. Right. So this is something they expect. They expect connectivity and instantaneous in where they live, work, and play. So let's say they have any questions, they expect instant reply. They want it fast. And I believe nowadays we cannot leave home without smartphone, right? So for fear that let's say the moment we forget to bring smartphone, we are disconnected to the world. Okay, I think we also share the similar mindset like what millennials have. And online community is a shared space where members engage with each other. Typically, online communities are built around the common interests, opinions, or goals of the members. Okay, let's say you are what do you call that, environmentalist. You are very much into 3R campaign. 3R refers to reduce, reuse, and recycle, right? So you can form a group called 3R groups, okay, to get people of similar purpose or similar interest, right, to do, recycle campaign. Or probably let's say you're parents, you're a parent, so you can form a group with all the other parents, right, to learn together how to raise your kids, right, how to take care of the education or the nutrition of the kids. And then online communities allow you to have discussion, and then you can learn together, and then you can share advice, you can share the latest news. So this is a community that you can actually build trust as well. You can get to know each other easily, and then after which slowly can go into these ancient topics. Because we know that nowadays a lot of millennial people, they don't like to pick up phones to talk to you over the phone, right? So the only way for us to communicate now probably is through this online community. And it will be good, let's say you can make yourself, okay, what are the benefits of online community? Let's say you are the one who initiate this WhatsApp group, right? So you can be seen as a leader. So you're the leader of this group because you are the administrator, you administer the group, you initiate the group, and then this is where you can actually expand your influence. And also you can increase referrals. Okay, let's say people in your group, they are able to find more people of similar interest. They can also get other people to join this group as well. So the group can become bigger and bigger. In fact, the WhatsApp group can go up to 1,000 members. A group can go up to 1,000 members. The limit is 1,000. 1,000 something, 1,000 plus. And then you can also get feedback from your audience. Let's say we are talking about insurance, right? So you can get audience feedback from the insurance, feedback from the group members, the community members, what sort of services that they want us to improve. And so they can tell us, okay, what kind of insurance coverage they are looking now. What is the trend? What is the new trend in the marketplace? Okay, what kind of new insurance that people are now talking about? Okay, so nowadays, the new trend is we're talking about ESG related insurance, or renewable energy insurance, or cyber insurance. These are new kind of insurance which are being introduced in the market in Malaysia. ESG related insurance, renewable energy insurance, and also this cyber insurance. And then there are different types of online community. It can be online community based on interest. A group of people, they get together by common interest or passion. Let's say you play guitar or you play piano, right? You can form a group. You can getting people of similar interests. You can get other guitar lovers or piano lovers together to form a group. Actions. Probably millennials, many of them, they are probably in the process of buying car. So you can form a group called car buyers group. Car buyers group, whereby you can share with them tips on how to buy a car, right? How to compare the prices or different models of vehicle. Or you can form a 3R group, reduce, recycle, or reuse. So these are different types of group that you can create by using WhatsApp. You can also form a group based on place. Let's say you like to have, you move to Kajang, okay? You moved to Kajang recently, and then you had to get to know a lot of Kajang folks. So you can form a group called Kajang people or Kajang lovers. So, and then you can share with them what is happening, the latest happening, the latest event in Kajang. Yeah, any blockbuster sales or any sport event that is going to take place in Kajang, you can share with people in Kajang. And also profession. So let's say formerly you are let's say you are a safety officer. Yeah, so you can form a group called safety officer group, okay, to link with people of different same professions. Yeah? And then slowly you can talk about insurance, to offer insurance to this safety officer group. Learning, okay, let's say you are a parent, you want to learn how to become better parents, you can form a group called parenting groups. Brand, okay, you can form a brand with your existing customers. Let's say you got quite a number of loyal customers, you can get them together to call themselves Great Eastern Customer Group, Great Eastern Customers, Great Eastern's VIP. Brand group actually is for you to continue to create awareness, to tell them the latest achievement of Great Eastern's, what is happening in Great Eastern, what's the latest products or services offered by Great Eastern. Right, so building a brand community is important because you can get your customers to trust the company even more, and also you can get them to buy more, and also they can also introduce leads to you as well. The loyal customers, let's say they trust Great Eastern good enough, they can also introduce more people to get services from you. All right, so benefits of brand community: you can have direct communication with customers. Okay, they can tell you immediately what they need or what are their concerns. They can give you product feedback. Let's say before you want to launch any product, before you want to sell any product, so you can actually get their opinion, and then they can share with you what are the unique selling point of this product. What do they value most about the features of the product? So you can sell the product better. Let's say you are able to see this product from the customer perspective. And you can also request your loyal customers to help you to introduce new customers. And also sometimes in the group chat, right, some of the customers, one customer may complain or may make some remark, and you don't need to worry about, not sure how to answer the remark, because the other members can help you to address this concern. Okay, so the customer also can support you. You can get support as well. So the group chat also is a way for you to get support, to help you to address certain concerns or certain problems. And also by having this brand community can help to retain the customers. Okay, and you can also get this loyal customers to share with them their experience using your services by using this social media. Yeah. Okay, how to go about to build online community? First of all, you must have a common purpose or goals. What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? And then you want to have a KPI, key performance indicators, to measure how successful is your online community. You want to measure by looking at the number of users. Are you growing the users? Let's say your users are not growing, the number of users are not growing, meaning your online community may not be successful. You need to grow your online community. After all, you have spent time to form this group. So you want this group to grow, to prosper. You not only you want to grow the number of users, you want to have a lot of discussion. You want to have comments. Okay? So the more comments you have, so the more the more engaged the group members are. Because no point for you to have a group to have many members, but nobody talk to each other. What's the point? What's the point to have a group whereby nobody is talking to anyone? So it's good for you to have a discussion or engagement by getting comments, either positive or negative comments. And then before you form a group, you must have guideline or rules, because you don't want to have people taking advantage to send spam, or you also don't want to have one group member to display to abuse another one. So you don't want to have those harassment or abusive behaviors. And then you might like to tell people what kind of behaviors you expect the members to display or demonstrate. Same goes with moderator. What kind of do's and don'ts of moderators? And then you like to tell the group members, okay, the community members, that this community is talking about what topic only. You don't want them to go to talk something else. You don't want them to talk about politics or something else, right? Or other issues which are not relevant to the group purpose or to the community purpose. And how do you resolve any complaints? So you must have some agreement, right? So these are some of the things that you need to take note. Let's say you want to form a group by using WhatsApp, your smartphone. How do you get people to share ideas? Engagement is very important. So you can create a team for every week or every day. A different day, you talk about different things. So let's say this group is about brand community, right? You talk about this group is about your loyal customers, Great Eastern customers group. So different week you can talk about different insurance. This week you talk about PA. Next week you talk about medical. The following you talk about all these insurance, this and that, right? So this actually to educate them, and at the same time also to help them to study whether they have any shortcoming in their insurance coverage or not. And then you can also ask questions to spark discussion, so that you can also understand how people look at things from different angles. You like to share content. So let's say you have any interesting articles, video, TikTok, you can share by using the WhatsApp. There's a attachment, there's a clip, right, for you to share articles or video or music. And then you can also get more people to join your group or your community by emailing to other people, or by showing the link in our website, or you like to share in our social media, or you like to encourage the members to invite others. Okay, and then make sure whatever things you share are shareable. Meaning, let's say you share an article, right? So let's say one of the group members find the article is interesting, he or she want to share with the rest. You must allow this person to do so. You want the articles to spread, become viral. And then make sure the article has got something about you, because no point for you to send the article and then the people don't know where this article is from. So whatever article or video clip that you share, you must have your signature, you must have your contact details. All right, so by using this, this is something that you can do to make yourself different from the other competitors. Because I believe that not many people are using WhatsApp to do insurance business. So let's say you can be the first one, that'd be great. Also encourage the other group members or members in your community to also send articles as well. They can also create articles or videos to help enrich the sharing among the community. And also, last but not least, always remember to ask them to leave reviews. Okay? Let's say you want to have let's say you have social media posts, right? Let's say you have written an article in Facebook, or probably what do you call that, blog. You can share your article in the WhatsApp and ask your group members to leave some review, to give some comments. After they have watched your YouTube, or probably they have read your blog or Facebook post. Okay, so with that, let's do some quizzes before we take a break. All right, of course, if you say any questions, then you can still ask. Otherwise, let's look at question number 1. Millennials expect what? An instantaneousness in where they live, work, and play. Okay, SK Tan. Okay, answer A. Any more? Anyone else would like to share your answer as well? SK Tan has chosen A. Okay, we have Alostar, KT Low. KT Low, okay, KT Low has collected the 12 points for Alostar branch. Okay, A is the answer, connectivity is the answer, correct? Parenthood is an online community about what? About brand, learning, place, or profession. Okay, SK Tan answered B. Any more would like to try question number 2? Okay, perfect direction B. All right, so answer B, correct. Number 3, which of the following is not a benefit of online community? Get feedback to improve service quality, increase referrals, reduce sphere of influence, respond to market shift. Which one is not a benefit? C, SK Tan and also YH Chong and also Alostar. Okay. Right, C is the answer. Not to reduce, but increase or enlarge our influence. Number 4, which of the following does not help build community with engagement? Okay, thank you, Double I Smart, for your answer C just now. D. Okay, for question number 4, so we have YL Low answer D, and so many answer D. Okay, okay, thank you. So looks like the answer is unanimous. YH Chong, I Smart, Double I Smart, perfect directions, and also okay D is the answer. Tolerate harassment cannot. All right, so with that, now it's 11 sharp. Let's take a 15 minutes break and then we come back at 11:15, 11:15. Let's take a break. Okay, thank you. So let's take a break. What they call that, interest, purpose, and also probably you can form a group for your existing Great Eastern customers. Invite them to join your group so that they are able to get the latest news on Great Eastern offers and products and services. And then, but then there's a word of caution. There's a word of caution that when you want to form this WhatsApp group, you must get the consent of anyone whom you like to invite to join the group, right? You must get the consent. You cannot simply, how to say that, get them to join without them agreeing to that. Otherwise, you may be banned from WhatsApp. WhatsApp has got certain rules. Let's say any one of them, let's say they are not happy because you brought them into the group without getting their consent, then they may complain to WhatsApp. If any of the user they complain to WhatsApp, and then you as the being the what do you call it, the person who initiate the WhatsApp group, right? So this person can, let's say I'm the one who initiate the group, right? I may be banned from using WhatsApp. So it's very important for us to take note. So you may like to study the guidelines of WhatsApp before you want to start any online community. So with that, let's move on to Module 4. Module 4 is about challenges faced to develop millennials market. Okay, so for many years, for decades, we have been trained to sell insurance using certain technique or processes. And all these are mostly outdated. So I remember 10, 20 years ago, insurance companies or insurance agents, they were using TV, radio, advertisement, cold call, trade show, exhibition, newspaper, brochures, direct mail, and many other ways, other approaches to market the services. But most of these approaches are already outdated, right? Because people nowadays, we don't see people distributing brochures and pamphlets anymore. So nowadays, a lot of things are done online. So today's millennials generation is rejecting the industry traditional way of selling insurance. So they may find the traditional way of selling probably old-fashioned, right? Time-consuming, right? And that's very inconvenient for them to get insurance services. Okay? And traditional way of selling, what we learned those days, we need to start with cold call, after which we send email, and then we make appointment, then we meet the customers, and then we explain, and after which we close the deal. So these were how we were trained last time. But nowadays, we are talking about social selling. Social selling is very much different. Whereby social selling, we are using social media, online, to have online presence, to get to know the customer online. Online, after which we get them to be interested, to talk, to share ideas, get to know them a little bit better. Only we adopt this needs-based selling, or sometimes it's called challenge selling. And then by getting ourselves, by having engagement, then we are seen as their part of the team. So and that's then they would trust us a lot more before they consider to use our services. So this is called social selling. It's very much different from traditional selling. So traditional selling, probably you had to buy leads. Like those days, I remember 10, 20 years ago, we used to receive calls from bankers or from some companies asking us whether we want to borrow money or not. So we may wonder how could those banks manage to get our phone number. So apparently the bankers actually bought the number from someone else, that who own this piece of information. So those days, a lot of companies, they were buying leads, and then they call, and then many times they were blocked by gatekeepers. Let's say they will call a company, right? So normally the operator, the receptionist, or the secretary will block the caller from reaching out to the target prospects. Social selling, somehow we don't need to buy leads anymore. You need to have online presence. You need to have a social media account, and then after which you don't have gatekeepers. You don't have secretaries. You don't have receptionists to block you from reaching your prospects. So this is an advantage of social media. Not only is more affordable, can also face less obstacles. And then traditional selling is about random contacting, and then you have actually, do a lot of talking, but then leading to no results. Social selling, you can get to talk to this person real time, and also you can also get to know this person a little bit better, through the sharing of common interests, common purpose, etc. And then traditional selling is about cold call. You depending on a script to talk to customers. And then social media is about getting yourself known to the prospect through the online conversations. And then you start with common topic. You start with something that you share in common, and then slowly you guide them you facilitate them into this buying process. So this is another major difference between traditional selling and social selling. All right, so millennials want their entire insurance experience service quickly, digitally, and conveniently. So if possible, millennials they would not like to see insurance professional at all, if they can. You know? Let's say all these things can be done online, why not? Because they can do the same for other products. They can buy online, using this Shopee, whatever, without the need to talk to the salesperson before getting the products or services. So they will expect the same when they want to get insurance coverage or insurance services. So millennials believe that insurance is not worth the cost as they are incapable of connecting risk and consequence. So now a lot of millennials believe that insurance should be cheaper, should be way cheaper than last time, because they believe that since many things are done online, so insurance companies are doing away the use of paper, So the what do you call it? It's no longer hiring a lot of workers, so they expect the insurance premium to go lower. But this is not the case for insurance. Insurance is different from other products. Yes, talk about this Shopee, Asia, Grab. It can be lower, but insurance should not be. Insurance is about risk. Okay? So the lower is the premium, the less is the coverage. So this is the misconception that we need to highlight to millennials. And we need to tell them that insurance is not about cheap, it's about comprehensive. Let's say they are thinking like going for the cheapest one, then they may end up being loser, because cheaper insurance is the most expensive one. Okay, let's look at some other challenges that we face in dealing with these millennial customers. First of all, the millennial people, they are very impatient. They have got very short attention spans. Okay, the attention span, right, has shortened from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Those days you had 12 seconds to get someone to be interested to listen to you. But nowadays we only have 8 seconds. How do we, why do we have this habit? Because just like when we watch YouTube, right? Movie, let's say you're free, you got nothing to do, you watch a YouTube movie or probably music. The first 8 seconds, you don't find this video is interesting, then you switch to the next video already. So that's why our attention span has become shorter. So people has got less patience. So meaning we must learn how to capture the attention of the prospect in the first 8 seconds if possible. All right. So how are we able to capture the attention of the prospect in the first 8 seconds? So there are many ways. Yeah. Okay. Before that, let's talk about the shorter attention span. So I'm not too sure if any one of you have watched any one of these movies. Anyone? All these I think they are blockbusters, right? Anyone has watched any one of these movies? And what do all these movies have in common? What do they have in common? So these four movies, there are Lord of the Rings, The Godfather, Titanic, and also Avengers. What do all these movies have in common? If you can recall, all these movies, it was very long, right? The length of these movies is 3 hours long. 3 hours long. So, but then nowadays, a lot of youngsters they don't have patience to watch these long movies anymore. Right. So this is the mindset of the younger generations. There was one director. He asked a youngster, have you watched this classic movie, The Godfather? The youngster said, yes, he just watched this movie, Godfather, recently. And then the director asked the youngsters, where do you watch this movie, the Godfather movie? And then the youngster said, oh, he watched this Godfather YouTube. None, okay? Okay, so he watched this Godfather using YouTube, and then it took him only 10 minutes. He watched the movie review, meaning summary. So this is how impatient the younger generation is. They don't have the patience to sit down to watch a movie for 3 hours. Neither do they have the patience to watch a YouTube for 3 hours. Okay? So things have to be fast. Yeah? So you can see the difference between last time and now. Trailer, yeah, they sometimes the trailer also, yeah. Okay, sometimes they saw they watch this review to do to understand what the stories what the movie is all about. Okay, no more patient to watch to spend 3 hours to watch a movie. And then how do we overcome this? We must actually be able to get her engaged, okay, the prospect attention by using engaging visual content, impressive uh, visual content. Example, we can see this 3 advertisement, ABC, 3 advertisement here. Okay, so I'm not too sure if any one of you would like to guess. The first advertisement, the one bicycle, right? What 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 kind of company? What company would produce this kind of advertisement? What product are they selling? And the second advertisement, what product the company or the advertiser is trying to sell? And the third product, what product the company was trying to sell by with this advertisement? Anyone of you would like to guess? A is the bicycle. B is the 5 buildings carved by using the pencils. The third one is carrot sliced into pieces. Okay, let's look at the first one, bicycle. Anyone of you like to guess what product this company was trying to sell? All these are advertisement to market the products or services. Yeah, thank you, Y.A. Strong. Thank you. Right, thank you for your answer. Correct. It is a bicycle lock. Number 2 actually is the pencil. It's a pencil. They will try to tell us that any great building, okay, to build any great building, okay, one of the processes is to use the pencil to draw the building. You need pencil. Somehow, a pencil is part and parcel in the creation of great building. That's a message. Though this advertisement is trying to highlight. The third one is of course knife. To tell how sharp is the knife. The knife is so sharp that it can even cut through the chopping board. Right, multi-use. Yeah, correct. Right. So, so this is how we can engage the attention of the millennials. So I think maybe we'd like to start, collecting this kind of engaging visual articles, all these pictures that can capture the attention of millennials. Let's say you want to get the attention within the first 8 seconds. And also we can use video, any TikTok. TikTok is very short, probably a few seconds. Any interesting, or stunning graphic, or probably stunning statistics. All this, can be useful to capture the attention or to command the attention of the millennial customers. And number 2, skepticism of traditional marketing. Millennials are skeptical of traditional marketing, and they don't really trust the traditional way of selling, whereby we call them out of nowhere. We made a cold call, and then they were surprised by our call. After which we insist that we want to see them. So they're not comfortable with this kind of approach. Yeah, so they prefer to read the peer reviews or the product reviews to make any purchase decisions. And so in order for us to be able to address this concern, we need to be authentic and transparent. So how do we make our services authentic and transparent? So meaning we must have a social media presence, or we must have testimonials, online testimonials to tell people, okay, how our customers have commented our services, how our customers have been satisfied with our services. And then you can also consider using this influential marketing. Those days, companies they will hire celebrities as a support person or ambassadors to influence the consumers to buy their products or services. But nowadays, some companies and also a lot of YouTubers or companies, they use influential marketing. They hire someone who has got a million or 100,000 of followers. Yeah? So let's say you are a YouTuber or you are a content creator, you have 500,000 or you have 1 million followers, then you can call yourself influential, because you have influence. You are able to influence 1 million people. So you can actually so some company actually can hire this influential to get this influential to help promote the products or services. So this is called influential marketing. So insurance professional can consider this influential marketing, but then it's very costly because you need to hire influential who is good, who has got a lot of followers. Of course, the fee is should be high. So you must have budget to actually consider doing this influential marketing. Or you yourself, let's say you don't want to use any influential marketing, you don't want to hire any influentials, then make yourself an influential. This is a second option. You can make yourself influential. Make sure you have interesting contents to get thousands of followers, tens of thousands of followers, and then these people will be under your influence. Slowly they were impressed by your services, and then they will engage they will get insurance coverage from you. This is called influential marketing. Cost consciousness. Okay, previously we had mentioned millennials are cost conscious. They don't believe in spending money. They believe in buying expensive things. They believe things will be cheap. Things made online should be cheap. So they expect the same in insurance products as well. Okay, and then to address this concern, we can actually tell them, give them a few different options, a few packages, let them choose. Let's say we have 4 different plans: essential plans, standard plans, premium plans, enterprise plans. We can let them choose. Different pricing covers different coverages, different types of scope of coverages. So this is how we help them to make the insurance purchase that can meet their budget, because different people may have different budget for insurance coverage. So you may like to offer them these different packages and to help them to choose the one that can meet their budget. They want instant gratification. They want things fast. But sometimes things that are fast may not be good. So we need to educate the customers, right? So if let's say I were to give you advice, right? Okay. By just asking you 2 questions, then the advice which I give you may not be right. Okay. So in order for the customer to get the right or proper advice from insurance professionals, so we need to tell the millennials that for insurance, insurance is not something that we can offer. Insurance is not like instant noodle. Insurance is not instant noodle. Instant noodle, yes, you can get the noodle ready in 2 minutes, but instant insurance is not. It's different. Insurance is a different kind of products. So you can actually tell these customers Insurance requires personalization or maybe customized. It's like we are like tailors. Insurance professional like tailors. We need to actually understand the background of the customers. Only then we can offer the right solutions. Okay? So this is something that we can tell the customers. Let's say the customers they want something fast. Yeah? Because insurance products are not instant noodle. Maybe I share with you a story. Since we have people from Penang, right? I know Penang has got this garden called Botanic Garden. Botanic Garden there is a cafe. This cafe actually is pretty huge. It can house probably 20 tables, probably can house probably 100 customers at one time. And it has got also huge car park. We know that Penang, with limited land, parking is normally very challenging. To find a place to park in town center, in city center, is always very challenging. But Botanic Gardens seem to have a spacious parking area for customer to park their vehicles. Yeah, buy what you need. Okay. So and then there was this cafe in this restaurant rather in this Botanic Garden. Somehow they don't have. They have got some signature dishes. They have got this fish and chips, and also this what do you call that? Fish and chips, and also chicken chop. Chicken chop and fish and chip. They are two signature dishes. Somehow they were not able to sell. They were not able to sell a lot of this chicken chop and fish and chips. Sometimes in a day, they could only serve 5 customers only. Could order either chicken chops and fish and chips because these are the two premium items. These are two items they can make a lot more money. And other items like normal soft drink, coffee and tea, they can't make much. So they were depending on these fish and chips and also chicken chops to make money. Okay? And then because they are not able to sell a lot of this chicken chop and fish and chips, so they have difficulty because they need to pay, rental, to keep this cafe, or restaurant. Okay, the rental is pretty high, and furthermore, they also need to hire a few workers. So they got problems to keep the business going. So they decided to hire some, professional to come to see how they can improve their business. So the professional asked them to serve this fish and chips and also this chicken chop. And then after which, then he asked, okay, normally what kind of customers will come to your cafe or restaurant? And then the cafe, the owner said, not the owner, the cafe owner said, yeah, normally those people who do jogging early in the morning. So a lot of Penangites, right? Some of them, they are willing to wake up as early as 5 or 6 o'clock to come to this Botanic Garden to do jogging, to have exercise. So after which, in between, let's say, after which normally they'll come for a drink, and some of them may order some fish and chips, chicken chop. And then the professional said, the professional chef said, but then I don't think the people who are willing to wake up early in the morning, they'll come to eat the fish and chips and chicken chop served by you. Why? Why simple reason? Because your fish and chips and also chicken chop looks so oily. Why oily? Why unhealthy? And all these are fried stuff. And a person who is healthy, health conscious, who is willing to wake up as early as 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to come to do jogging, after 1 hour jogging, and then they come here to eat oily stuff, then whatever things they have done in the morning would go to drain. Okay? So they advise the cafe owner to change the dishes. So meaning the cafe owner was not aware of the needs of the customers. Okay, he did not know that the customers are health conscious. Instead, he came with dishes which are healthy and also oily, with a lot of fried stuff. So that could explain why the business was not that good. So this is something that we need to. This is a story that we can learn. Whereby before we introduce anything, we have to find out, okay, what what are the concerns, what are the concerns of the customers, so that we are able to introduce or recommend the right solutions. All right, so with that, let's do some quizzes. How to overcome salad dish is, yeah, in fact, the professional chef actually recommended the owner to the cafe owner to have one more dish, salad, healthy salad. Yeah? So this is something that we can learn from the story. Yeah? So you have to understand what kind of market you are operating a business and what kind of needs they have in common. Okay, so with that, okay, thank you, Y.H. Chong. So let's look at some quizzes. How to overcome skepticism of traditional marketing? Anyone like to try the question number one? Okay, so we have Y.H. Chong chose B, S.K. Tan chose A. Okay, A, create engaging visual content is to address a different challenge. This time we talk about a few challenges, right? We also discussed the corresponding opportunities. Right? So over here, overcome skepticism of traditional marketing is to, okay, the millennial customers are skeptical about traditional marketing. How can we help them to trust insurance? This one is about trust issue. Engaging visual contents is to address a different challenge. Low price is not to address skepticism also. I mean, maybe yes, but I don't think so. Yeah, not low price products. Low price product does not address skepticism. In fact, probably the customer become even more skeptical. How come the insurance is so cheap? So yeah, over here we like to address skepticism, meaning the customers are doubtful. They have doubts in our services or they have doubts in our products. So how do we overcome this? How do we address? How do we make the customer believe that our products or services are reliable, are of quality? I think this is tough because most of us we are not using this approach. It's called influential marketing. Influential marketing, they are able to influence a lot of people. So we are using influential marketing to help address skepticism. Right. Okay, thank you so much for your sharing. Y. Chong, S.K. Tan, T.L. Teo, and so perfect directions. Number two, which of the following is not a challenge when developing millennial market? Okay, Y. Chong mentioned B, chose B. Perfect directions chose D. Okay, which one is not a challenge? Okay, all these are challenges except need for delay gratification. Yeah, because the challenge we have is not need for delay gratification, but need for instant gratification. Because nowadays the people they don't have patience anymore. They want something fast. Yeah. Okay. GRT Consulting. Thank you for your answer. B. Thank you. Perfect directions. Number three, insurance professionals have to be authentic and transparent because millennials. Okay, Y. Chong and also perfect direction chose C. A little bit, yes, I think can. Just that we're looking for the best answer. Why we need to behave in this manner to be authentic and transparent? Because millennials people are skeptical, so we need to show our sincerity. So this is answer. Okay, anyway, thank you, YA Chong, and thank you, Perfect Directions. Next question: how to overcome short attention span? Okay, GRT Consulting chose A, YA Chong chose D, Perfect Direction chose D. Short attention span meaning they lost interest after they have seen something for 8 seconds, or they have heard something for 8 seconds. Let's say we are not able to engage their attention within the first 8 seconds, they will may lose them forever. So the best answer actually is A. D, unless the peer review is impressive lah. Unless the peer review is expensive, but most of the time it's the visual contents. It can be graphic, it can be statistics, it can be video. So in the first 8 seconds, our video or our pictures, photos should be able to engage the attention. Otherwise, the prospect may not be keen to look at, or to listen to us anymore. So A is the best answer. Okay, thank you, GRT Consulting, YA Strong, Perfect Direction, also SY Chin. Okay, so with that, let's move on to Module 5. Module 5 is about finding and attracting millennials. How do we go about to look for them, and how do we attract them or attract their attention? So reach millennial based on what they care about, right? So we have talked about what the millennials care about. So they care about technology. So in other words, we must also tech savvy as well. If we want, let's say, want to attract the attention or want to connect to them. And also they care about values. Okay, what sort of values they may have? Some of them may be concerned about animal rights, sustainable reporting, sustainability, meaning it's about this climate change, environmental protections, and many more. Yeah. So millennials prefer to purchase from a brand if their dedicated purchase supports a cause. Meaning, let's say you support something that they are doing, then they are more likely to engage your services. Yeah. So let's say we like to also demonstrate similar values, like what our customers are having. So you like to choose a few of these values, to subscribe those values, and then you must be able to demonstrate how you support animal rights, how do you support protecting the environment. Then the prospect may find you closer to them. They might find that you are part of them, and then they are more likely to engage your service. Okay. Tapping on behavioral insight. Okay, and then they like to have new experience. Okay, so let's say you have something that can make them feel excited or feel good, so they may remember you a little bit better. Okay? So I think last time there was one agent. He got himself a body fat monitor. This body fat monitor actually is a equipment to help measure the level of body fat in the body. So actually, he went around, and then asking people to try this body fat at the same time. So then he get himself to introduce to these people, and then slowly he talk about insurance. Yeah. So this is how he used this body fat monitor to actually help the customers gain new experience. Many people have not used this body fat monitor before. All right, and then there was one agent. He used some how to say that something like magic cube kind of game. Okay? And then he asked someone to actually solve the puzzle. Okay? Let's say this person cannot solve a puzzle within 1 minute or 2 minutes, then the prospect must answer 3 questions asked by the insurance agent, right? So this is something that we can explore. Okay, try to design some tools or some games that the prospect can play, because millennial customers, they love to experience new things. They love to experience new things, and then it's one way to connect with them. Now, let's say you want to attract and connect to them, then we can come with some games or some gadget, yeah, that they can play. They can play along. And be proactive on social media. So we need to probably spend some time, okay, on social media to post some messages, comments, and so on, or questions, so that we can show our presence in social media. The social media may refer to LinkedIn, what else? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and many more. So be proactive on social media. Social media has become the go-to platform for posting queries. Right? Sometimes, let's say you have social media, then the prospect instead of calling you to the phone, they may post a question in your social media, either in your Facebook or probably in WhatsApp. And then instead of making phone calls, because we know that many of them don't like to make phone calls, and also sending email will be time consuming. Okay? So we know that million people, they are impatient. They like to get instant reply. So let's say you are always able to make yourself connected online all the time, then you are able to get them to them as soon as possible. And then how different generations use social media. Okay, Gen X actually is very familiar with YouTube and Facebook, right? So they use these two social media frequently. And then for insurance professionals who like to who are going after Gen X, you may like to have presence in YouTube and social Facebook. This is how we stay connected with them in the online world, in virtual world. This is how we stay connected with them in the virtual world. And then Gen X value their independence and prefer to make their own assessment. So they would rather read do research or probably read the product review than to listen to us for advice, because they believe that they can they can think, they can make comparison on their own without the need to listen to us 100%. They can listen to our recommendations, but then our recommendation may not be the only criteria for them to make decisions. They may also look at other sources. One of them probably is the social media review, and also probably how we answer the questions. Gen X expect brand content to educate and excite. Given all the how-to videos, tutorials. In fact, Gen X, you don't need to even explain to them how insurance works. You can actually give them a short video to tell them that how travel insurance works, how medical insurance works. If you have those kind of videos, how to claim, how to make claim, how to make insurance claim, those kind of videos could be helpful. So this also in a way save our time to explain to them how different policy works. And then to connect with Gen X, look to your social media video marketing strategies. So we know that Gen X love to watch YouTube. So you like to design some video. If you have time, or maybe can hire somebody to help you to do so, can tell them, okay, you can design a video, what insurance policies that an accountant need, that kind of video, or probably a guide to homeowners insurance, or probably what is product liability insurance. So those kind of video can be very helpful, and also you are create awareness, so you can make your customer to look at you differently. At least it shows that you are IT savvy, meaning you're able to use technology to design this video. Okay? right? So this something that you might like to consider, creating some video to impress your customers that you're IT savvy. Gen X are loyal customers, often willing to pay a premium for products from brands they trust. Okay, Gen X is different from Gen Y. Gen Y believe in cheaper things, cheaper products. Gen X, they are willing to pay higher, okay, if let's say they trust our services, and they are more willing to become loyal customers. And to do that, we must also make sure that we are able to deliver quality customer service to them as well. And Gen X also nowadays, there's a tendency for them to go to social media to ask questions. Those days that they may call up, Gen X, those days may call up the insurance professional to ask questions. But nowadays, I think they may use social media, Facebook, or probably WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp is more common to ask questions. Let's say there are any queries about how to claim or how to make changes or endorsement, then they'll call insurance, they will WhatsApp insurance professionals instead. Okay, Gen Y, actually, they are born with social media. They use social media to connect with family, friends, and the world around them. And then they also use the social media to play game, to learn the latest news and also latest trend. Right, so they are social media animals. Gen Y, they are social media animals. Yeah? They are, it's become part and parcel. So social media, Gen Y. Okay. So in order for us to get to connect with Gen Y, we must understand their lifestyle interests. Okay. So let's say you have certain interests, then you may be able to connect with millennials who share certain similar lifestyle or interests. Let's say you play guitar, then you are more likely to connect with millennials who play guitars. Same goes with other interests. Let's say you love jogging, then probably you are more able to get to know more millennial customers who are joggers. And it's good for us to have them to check with us on regular basis, so that we know when is their major life moments or major life events. Okay, we know when they are getting married, we know they are going to have family, they're going to have kids, when they're going to buy houses, they're going to buy cars. Okay, this is when they need insurance more than normal time. So it's important for us to check with them so that we know when are their major life moments or major life events. Okay, so you can form a community with who share similar interests or purpose. Mm. Okay, millennials have used social media for customer service by sending either a private message or posting publicly on a brand page. Okay, let's say you have millennial customers who have engaged your services. Then normally they use social media to post any questions. They can send to you privately, or they can post on the public where everybody can view. So this is something that we need to take note. Sometimes they may send to you privately, or sometimes they can post online. So you must be ready to address their answers in these two different settings. Yeah? Because answer them probably then probably you can probably then you can handle probably better. But answer this probably maybe you can invite other people's comment when you want to answer certain questions, right? So other people may may also share their views as well. So these are the two different ways that millennials may ask questions. So millennials, they don't use email as frequently as Gen X. So so you may like to use the you may like to depend a lot more on this social media or WhatsApp to answer their questions or solve their problems. And then let's say you got a lot, you got thousands of customers, and then you cannot handle so many questions or so many problems that your millennial customers are having. Then you can consider using a chatbot. Chatbot actually is a chat robot. It's a device. It's a device whereby you can actually let the chat box to answer all the questions on your behalf without you answering yourself. So in fact, I think the latest version of chatbot, they are using artificial intelligence who can answer question as if the question is answered by a human. Okay? So chatbot is one of the things that you may consider. Let's say you have a website, then you can use chatbot to help you address those questions commonly asked by customers. Gen Z is different. Gen Z, they are very proactive. Yeah? They like to learn different types of new products, and then they are the one who tell the rest. They are the one who tell the world. Okay, what is the new product in town? Okay, and then how good are these products, and then they expect the company to make sure they are able to keep up to their promises. Okay, so this how Gen Z is different from the other two generations. They are more proactive. They are not reactive like the earlier two generations. And then Gen Z, they are mindful of data privacy. They know all the social media companies have already, own their personal information, example like their email, their phone numbers, their parents' name, their photographs, everything. They believe that social media has already in possession all their personal details, and then they believe that the social media can use these their personal details to send them products and services that they may desire. Okay? So they don't even bother to answer any questions. In future, we don't need to do fact find anymore. Yeah. So the Gen Z people, right? They expect us to know everything. They expect us to know everything about them. Okay? So meaning in future, probably it may not be necessary for us to do fact find. That could be something that may happen in the future. Yeah, because a lot of their personal information, okay, had been actually captured by social media companies or we ourselves. Let's say we run a website, right? So we probably we are able to collect all this information. So the ZZ customers may expect us to make recommendations without the need to probe further, without the need to do uh, fact find. So rather than shying away from sharing their data, they're okay for us to know their information, their personal details, but then they want us to be able to tell them or share with them the right kind of products or services. Because since we already have their personal details in hand, so we should be able to recommend them the right products or to help them to make the right decisions. So this is something different. Gen Z is something different, I think, but then they are not our focus today. Yeah. Okay, I think since they are not our focus today, I think we can skip Gen Z. Okay, so with that, let's do some quizzes. Number one, millennials prefer to purchase from a brand if their dedicated purchase supports or what? Millennials prefer to purchase from a company or a sales professionals if the sales professional dedicated purchase support what? If the brand supports what? Millennials prefer to purchase from a brand if the brand supports what? Social media. very close. Support what? Millennials, they have values. They have certain values. They believe in, they are very concerned about global problems. So they will purchase from us. We share what? Social media, very close. We are looking for data privacy. Millennials, not so in data privacy. Data privacy actually is very much to do with Gen X. Gen Z actually they are okay with data privacy. Millennials may not be comfortable with data privacy. Let's say we support a social cost. The answer is A, social cost. Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Thank you, Y.H. Chong, W.K. Ng, and also, okay, Y.H. Chong. Number 2, who want companies to know them better based on their social media activities? Of these few generations, who is okay to let the companies know their social media activities or their personal information? Gen Z. Okay, so we have Y.H. Chong chosen B, the right answer, which is Gen Z. Okay, thank you. Perfect directions. Who are loyal customers often willing to pay a premium for products from brand they trust? Who is more willing to pay higher fee? Of these few generations, which one is willing to pay higher fee? Yes, Gen A, Gen X. A is the answer. Okay. KP Lau, thank you. Thank you. SY Chin. Gen Z, they are willing. Gen X, they are willing to pay higher fee. But then the other one, Gen Y and Gen Z, they are not willing to pay. They prefer to look for. They prefer cheap things, and they prefer cheap things. Gen Y and also Gen Z. Number 4, what can be used to address the needs of millennials who want to solve their problems without having to wait for a follow-up email? This one is for millennials. Millennials. Let's say you have a lot of customers, so you may like to consider using chatbot. It's a device or it's an app that can help you to answer all the questions commonly asked by customers. So C, chatbot is answer. So thank you Y.H. Chong, thank you Perfect Directions, thank you AS0137, and thank you KP Lau. Tutorial and also how to video, that one is for Gen X. Gen X, they love to learn how to learn new things, learn new skills by using how to videos and tutorial. Millennials are not so much. Millennials, they are very much into TikTok. Of course, they do go into YouTube, but then not so much in learning. Okay, so if let's say you want to get connected to this, what do you call that? This millennials, I think one of the social media you like to consider is TikTok. Using TikTok to get ourselves connected to millennials because many of them are using TikTok. Okay, let me show some Malaysian what do you call it? Malaysian agents, the TikTok produced by Malaysian agents. TikTok. Okay, so there was one example. Yeah, what do you call that? Video, TikTok video, created by a Malaysian agent, I believe. Yeah, and yeah, okay. All right. So there are four types of. Okay, so these are some of the titles that I've seen. Malaysian insurance agents produce. Okay, so okay, we would finish at before 1 p.m. Coming soon, coming soon. Probably another half an hour or so. Okay, so you can actually view those videos on your own. Medical card mana yang bagus, why insurance will not pay me. Those kind of videos, they can actually address some of the common question asked by customers, right? And then there are four types of video that you can consider: TikTok videos, agent networking videos, point of view videos, humorous videos, and also educational videos. Agent networking videos are the one is meant for agent to connect with agents, and the one probably you share with them some common challenges faced by insurance professionals. So you can have your videos to discuss with other agents as well. Point of view videos, that one is more to share with people the life of insurance professionals. You tell them what do insurance professionals do in the morning, what do insurance professionals do when they meet the customers, what do they do when they help customers make claim. Okay, those kind of videos. All right. So agent networking video, any fake news, okay, from TikTok. All right. So we had to actually make sure the TikTok video is of quality lah, something that people can trust. Yeah. So agent networking video, this one is for us to connect with other fellow insurance professionals to talk about work issues, how to increase productivity. And then point of view video, this one you tell, you share people how to, what's the life of insurance agent or insurance professional. Because a lot of people, they don't know what insurance professionals are doing. They thought we are only making phone calls, this and that only, doing sales all the time. Actually, we are doing a lot of things. Scammers also. Okay, yeah. So we can actually, because a lot of millennials, they are using TikTok. So let's say we don't have presence there, then we may not be able to reach out to them. Yeah? So an insurance TikToker may interact with a client to demonstrate his work lifestyle, his work style, personality. You can tell people what to do when you're free. Okay, you can also use this point of view to share with people how you do this charity work, how you take part in this no hunger campaign, how do you help people, to do this to recycle, those their what do you call that, old clothes, yeah, where to recycle the old clothes, where to recycle the old batteries, used batteries, etc., etc. Yeah. So point of view video can be something interesting, so people know you. Okay, this is how you are. Okay, this is who you are, and this is how support the society. This is the type of social work that you are involved in. So people may form certain perception on you. So point of view video, you also talk about what kind of services you're offering, etc., etc. Humorous video is something like a funny video clip, funny or probably hilarious movement, hilarious dance, whatever. You can actually do this TikTok together with some of your customers. Yeah? Both of you, maybe you can do some a short 5-second dance, something like that, to get people to laugh, because there are people who love watching this kind of humorous videos. Humorous video can build relationship, okay, and then this where you can get a lot of people to to know about you. Okay, let's say your videos are good, humorous, then people would start to follow your video. So and then you can invite them to into your other social media accounts. Let's say you have Facebook, you have LinkedIn, right? You can actually ask them to come to visit your other social media accounts so that they can learn more about you and so your services. Educational video like the one which we watched just now, the video which we watched just now, the agent was talking about the difference between part-timers and also full-timers, right? So over here you can also share with them some tips about insurance, okay, some knowledge about insurance. You can use text, you can use images, you can use statistics or anything, right? So the more you share, the more people will look at you as an expert. Let's say you only have one educational video, then it may not be sufficient to make people believe that you are an expert. So you must have a lot of videos in hand to make people believe that you're truly an expert because you are so knowledgeable, you know a lot of things. And then TikTok for the insurance industry. So you may like to choose, let's say you want to promote product, right? So you may like to choose one product that you believe you are able to explain well. Say you want to talk about travel insurance, you choose one product, travel insurance. And then after which you create a TikTok account. You can go to Google Play or you can go TikTok. After which you may like to switch to a business account from pro account, personal account to business account, because business account allows you to accumulate statistics, to look at statistics. So this is the advantage of business account. So this business account can help you to view how many viewers you have, how many followers you have. So they can also give you a breakdown, okay, how many viewers you have last week, the week before, and so on. So it can tell you, business account can tell you the performance and audience data, the content guide. They can tell you, things that you need to take note. And they can also use them free music. They got free music or sounds that you can use to create your TikTok video. And okay, there are a lot of things that you can use. The business account has got a lot of tools. Let's say you want to, of course, you need to you have to study on your own how to use different tools, analytics, API access, scheduling, creator studio, and so on. So they have videos, they have got sounds, and they can use to make your own TikTok video. After which, then you create engaging content, okay, either humorous video, either educational video, and whatnot, and then make sure you're able to get a lot of followers. So this is how we get connected to these millennials or Gen Y. And then module 6, we talk about connecting with millennials. You may like to change the way we present our product, okay? So normally we talk about insurance protection, right? We focus on protection, without knowing that actually we can reposition the product to let the customers see our product in a different light. So let's say you're talking about critical illness insurance. Okay, so instead of talking about critical illness insurance alone, you can talk about wellness and also fitness program. So then when you talk to people about insurance, then you look differently because you have something additional to offer. Not only you talk about critical illness, you also talk about this wellness and also fitness program. You can share with them some fitness tips, and also some diet tips, how to eat more healthily, those kind of things. So this is how you can add value to your customers. So reposition your product, okay, meaning you may like to actually provide additional tips to your customers. Let's say to your motor customers, you can talk about, share them some car maintenance tips. To your house owner customers, we can talk about DIY tips. Travel insurance customer, you can talk about travel tips and many more. Right. So this is how we reposition the products and how we are seen differently. Because other insurance agents probably talk about protection alone, but you talk a lot more. You share a lot more tips. Offer multi ways to engage. So you don't want your prospect to be able to, your customer to be able to reach you over the phone as only. You want you want them to be able to reach you in different social media platforms. Okay, so because different customers, they may use different social medias. Some may prefer to use Facebook, some may prefer to use TikTok, some may prefer to use YouTube. So it's good for you to have multiple social media platforms. Personalized process. You don't want to come with one size fit all kind of products. So all the products need to be customized. Transform agents to advisors. Okay, so we don't want to sell products alone. We need to give them, when they become advisors. So you must be able to help them to be more knowledgeable, because millennial customers, they like to be how to say that, informed customers. So they want to be knowledgeable before they make any purchase decisions. So you must be in a position to help them to do so. And of course, nowadays a lot of millennial customers, they don't have patience, they don't have time to listen to long-winded presentations. So it's important for us to cut the information into small digestible chunks. We know that insurance products can be very complicated. Okay, so instead of telling the customers all in one go, so probably like to share them in a few different batches or different sessions. Okay, so to help them to understand a little bit better. Example. Okay, so okay, like we know that those electrical appliances that we use at home or probably in the office, right? It can be on fire, like toaster or oven can be on fire. So what could be the cause of oven and toaster to be on fire? Because it could be due to power surge and also short circuit or extension cord overuse, the overuse of extension cord. All right, so if let's say the electrical appliance that we use at home or in the office or in the factory is on fire and damaged, can we claim or not? Yes or no? Can we claim? If let's say we have household insurance. Okay. So the answer is for factory, right? For factory, then the answer is yes or no. Yeah? The answer is yes or no. Okay, because in fire insurance there is one clause called electrical installation clause A. Electrical installation clause A is this is how it is phrased. This company is expressly declared to be free from liability for loss or damage to any electrical machine apparatus or any portion of the electrical installation arising from or occasioned by overrunning, excessive pressure, circuiting, and so on, blah, blah, blah. So do you think any customer can understand this paragraph? I doubt so. Not many people would understand what this electrical installation clause is all about. It's very soft. It's very complicated. Not many people can understand. So is this a good news or bad news? It's a good news for us insurance professional, because we are here to explain to the customers what is meant by electrical installation clause A. Okay, electrical installation clause A says that, okay, you can use graphic, a picture to explain to the customer more easily. It says that, okay, if there are two machine X and Y, right? Y is the one who that first started the fire, and after which fire spread to machine X. So machine X also is damaged. Both machine X and Y were damaged by fire. But then only X is covered and the Y is not covered. So this electrical installation clause. So let's say we will study all the, let's say we to read the policy alone, we may not understand. So not until the customer listen to the agent to explain. Yeah? And then if let's say the customer would like to have more comprehensive coverage, then customer can go for electrical installation clause B. Clause B says that, okay, in an event of fire, okay, if let's say the fire started from machine Y, after which it spread to machine X, okay, so not only, so if let's say this policy is under electrical installation clause B, then both machine X and Y are covered. Yeah. So this is how we make a difference. That's why insurance professionals are still needed to help explain the policy more clearly to the customers. So our role is still very significant. So with that, let's do some quizzes. Okay, what video shows? I think, do we still have time? Okay, no, we still have time. Okay, so what videos show potential customer what kind of service an insurance professional can offer? What do you call this video? Agent networking video, educational video, humorous, or point of view video? A, B, C, D. It can be A. It can be more appropriately, I think. It can be B, but then more point of view is more appropriate. Because point of view is share with us the work life, the private life, and also the working life of an insurance professional. Point of view is about the private life. What do we do when we are free? What kind of charity work that we are involved in? Encouraging healthcare insurance customer to adopt wellness and fitness program is known as. We don't want to talk about insurance protection alone. We want to offer a lot more tips. So what do you call this approach? We want to be different from other insurance agents. Other insurance agents talk about protection alone. We want to do more than that. What do you call this approach? It can be A little bit, or it can be A, can be B, can be D. The answer I'm looking for is C, reposition the products. We don't want to always talk to customer about protection. So sometimes we have to talk about something else a lot more. C is the answer. Okay, thank you, BC Cool. Thank you, Double I Smart. And thank you, SK Tan. All right, so, okay, so I think the rest we can go very fast. So always remember to get millennials to write reviews. If let's say they're happy with your service, make sure they post their comments in your social media account. And make sure you are always available 24/7, because now we can't afford to work 9 to 5 anymore, right? So nowadays we are working 24 hours. Don't want to talk about profit all the time. We talk about some social purpose, social cause. Let's say you have good story, that's good. Great story, and then also modernized marketing techniques. We don't use pamphlets anymore. We don't use poster anymore. We use online. We use TikTok. We use Facebook. We use blogger or blog post. Last module 7, we talk about delivering delightful customer experience. Okay, I think this one can go very fast. Again, to survive or to prosper in this millennial market, you need to embrace mobile and also online services. Make sure you have social media accounts, and use social media to connect with millennial customers. Offer personalized experience. Educate the customers. They cannot. Insurance products are not instant noodle. You don't expect them. The customer cannot expect us to give them solution in 2 seconds. After we ask 2 questions, cannot. It's not possible because we have to be professional. We have to be accountable with our recommendations. We have to make sure the recommendation is able to meet their needs. So we need to actually give them personalized experience. Sell experience and not products. Okay, I think I can skip this one. I think this is a good story that I can share with you. There was a billionaire father. He has got a daughter. So, would any one of you sell insurance to the daughter? Let's say PA or critical illness or medical insurance to this daughter. The daughter has got a father, billionaire. So, would you approach the daughter to sell her a PA, medical insurance, or crisis care cover? Yes or no? Okay, YH Chong say yes. Okay, but then the daughter may say that, hey, my father is rich enough to to take care of me in the event of crisis. Yeah. So is there a need for the daughter to get herself insurance protections if the father is rich enough, a billionaire? Okay, actually, this was a true story. This agent, right? Initially, he was very skeptical whether he was able to get this her customer, okay, who was the daughter of a billionaire, to get insurance. Okay, so after a while, he did some research. He knew that the daughter actually did not join the company. The father actually has got many companies under his name, but then the daughter never joined the father's company, never joined any one of the father's company. So the daughter decided to have a company to herself. So she got to know that the daughter was very independent. She did not want to depend on the father for anything. So because of that, when she talked to the daughter, he was able to tell the daughter, since you love to be independent, you don't want to depend on your father for anything, even during crisis. Okay, so if that's the case, wouldn't it make sense for you to also get yourself a PA to cover yourself? So because of that, he was able to sell a 1 million PA policy to the daughter, despite the daughter's has got a billionaire father. So this story tells us that sometimes it's good for us to know the value, the belief system of the customers, so that we are able to design, we are able to customize our sales approach to meet the situation of the customer. Simplify the language of professors. This is our responsibilities. I think this one I can skip. Emphasize the value. Okay, so make sure we are able to demonstrate, okay, that we support, okay, we support environmental protections, we support animal rights, all these kind of social causes, so that we're able to be connected to our prospects, millennial prospects especially, better, because millennials, they share such belief. They also want us to have similar mindset as well. Okay, and I think the rest we can skip. Okay, I think we are coming to an end. So Alex, probably Alex is getting ready to pull out the evaluation forms. So in between, you have any questions? Any one of you any questions? Meanwhile, maybe I do a quick summary of what we have discussed today. So today we have talked about selling to millennials. So we know that millennials, they are of different, thinking, different mindsets, and then we need to adjust ourselves to be able to meet their expectation. So in summary, millennials, they are they are impatient. They want things fast. They believe they prefer to buy online. Okay, so they always have online presence, and then in order for us to connect to millennial customers, so it's good for us to have multiple social media accounts so that we are able to connect with millennials of using different social medias. And then we also know that we need to actually try to consider, using WhatsApp and also TikTok, okay, to get ourselves connected. By using this TikTok and also WhatsApp, then in the eyes of customers, we are probably more tech savvy, right? So I think the millennial customer will be more willing to engage our services. So with that, thank you so much for the participants of all of you. I'd like to thank BC Cool, YH Ding, CC Fan, Perfect Directions, AS0137, KT Low from Alasta, Penang. We have CME, YL Low, and also SK Tan. And Ipoh, we have YA Chong, who else? SY Lim, and also KP Lau. All right, so over to you, Alex. So all the best, and also happy Malaysia Day. Okay, so looks like Alex is trying to get ready. So anyway, you have any questions to ask, please feel free to do so. Yeah, probably Alex is getting ready to pull out the evaluation forms. Okay, I think since we have time, right, maybe we do something. Let me see. We do some product knowledge. Or do you have any challenges then when dealing with these millennials? Maybe you can share your experience. We can discuss while waiting for Alex to get ready. Anyone of you, we have any challenges dealing with millennial customers? Maybe we can learn, hear from you, and then probably we can give you some, advice or recommendations.
Hi, yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
Alex, over to you. Yeah.
Yeah, just was a technical issue encountered. Yeah, I
Okay.
just came back. All right, thank you very much, Joseph, for wonderful presentations. Yeah, so all right, so we're going to end the sessions right now. Yeah, so agents, please stay tuned because as usual, yeah, so we're going to launch the this